thanks, Rick. If I can just respond to that, I mean, there are. Australia is by no means the only country that is on this narrative. I mean, I've had the privilege to serve on one of the working groups of IRAC itself when I was based in South Africa, and I've observed, accompanied Australian ministers at meetings of the Council of Ministers. There is a ready sense amongst the ministers and senior officials of the Indian Ocean group of countries that a greater regional narrative is required and a better regional institution is warranted. We seem to struggle at the point of implementation, and one of the reasons why we've taken on the role of chairing this institution for the last 2 years, and why we've worked very closely with India over the last 2 years, is to try to bring to fulfillment some of the ideas that were in that original concept. I'm also honest enough to say that, you know, between 1997 and recent years, there was a little dip in the degree of Australian focus on the region. But for the reasons that I've tried to explain, we are very much we're very much engaged in this area. I'm also conscious that there are real constraints to what can be achieved. I mean, not least because we have, in the case of IRA, an institution which is not strong, which has a very poorly resourced secretariat and very good funding to go along with it. But to come back to your original point, there are many, including those who you mentioned, who take quite interest in this and can see that there is a future for a regional organisation in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, earlier on, though, there was an interest, was there not, on Indian Ocean as a zone of peace, which preceded this cooperation idea. And this is where the Sri Lankans, as a part of the non-aligned movement, took some leadership. Okay, Didier Chaudet and